the old sycamore remembers. It's been eons since I first stood on this spot. Next to me stood a water fountain overflowing 3 troughs. That was all I needed to grow up. Though the water was not drinkable, field workers would take some rest from the fatigue and the summer heat, and the animals would quench their thirst under my shadow. For a very long time, I could only remember fields, crops, swamps, and mosquitoes, millions of them. Perhaps that's why nobody wanted to live here. The area belonged to an Ottoman Aga Hadzibalis. He had some sharecroppers cultivate his land. His house and the sheds were made of stones. Then, in 1914, 3 families arrived in the area. They were persecuted from the peninsula of Gelibolu. One of them, the Pandiris family, built their house, a shed and a pavilion next to me. Few years later, in 1923, when refugees arrived from Eastern Thrace and Asia Minor to settle down, they built their homes on the hill southwest from the eastern Ril, away from the swamp and close to fountains with drinkable water. Hardly could they find stones and bricks, so they built adobe houses. They also broke down the Aga's house to use the stones. In October 1923, the Refugee Rehabilitation Committee defined the borders, planned the town and streets, and provided the new inhabitants with studding and roof tiles for the construction of their first homes. The frozen northern winds in the winter and the unbearable heat in the summer urged them, within the next years, to build new, more decent homes. The area has changed through the decades, and I'm still standing here. The locals used to call this spot the Pandiris Fountain. All that is left today is just me. No fountain, no pavilion, just me, the Pandiris sycamore. Perhaps the unique landmark still alive.